counterclockwise unless is shared with another support person. And at that point, you have to worry about the priority system, right?
Yep.
So I was 4, and the other DPS was a 4? Or did I not pay attention to the other?
Yeah, both you and X were 4, so in your case,
I would have gone counterclockwise.
You would go counter, and then X would go clock.
And that's only for determining who walks into what tower position, right? Not necessarily how we handle the tethers, because tethers should be kind of like freeballing it.
I was under the impression we were doing both.
Yeah, you generally do it for both, just so this way you don't end up going to the same. You don't run to the same spot by accident and kill each other.
Okay.
I think it also might even if minimize movement.
There's a safe spot for if it's like diametrically opposed towers and 2 of the same.
Yeah, you could definitely do it for sure. It's just you kind of have to treat it like a 160-degree meteor pattern in DSR, where you like as you in the tower, you kind of want to cheat away from the tethers to give more room for them.
I totally misread that. I posted a screenshot. CC, you were right. I looked at the party list and I just saw, oh look, pink on top. That must mean the tanks are both the same thing. And totally did the mechanic wrong.
Yeah, it's only the even numbers that are colored pink and the odds are colored blue.
I think the upshot is if it had been Sephi with 2, hypothetically, this is a counterfactual, not at all what happened. But if Sephi had had this 2, then I would have gone clockwise from northwest. So I was taking the right tower for a complete fantasy scenario that wasn't real.
Yep. Yeah, the point of orange is northwest, right?
Hold on, prize is number 4, right?
No, I'm number 4.
I'm 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was just reading out the what Zeke wrote, chat, and I noticed I was at the very end. And so since Prize was at the very end of his group, okay, never mind.
Tether?
Tower person?
Oh, okay. I saw you run to my tower, so I thought I fucked up somehow.
So we had no tower person for wave 1.
Wait, did I go clockwise by accident?
Oh no, I saw a Prize approach my tower, so I thought I was fucking up somehow.
I just wanted to stand by it because I didn't want to pick up a tether by accident or get blasted.
Okay.
Yeah, the first tether is kind of annoying. That's why
So,
actually go ahead.
Well, I was going to suggest that we all should just stand together at C, and that would naturally force the tether onto the party.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the same thing.
So that works for the first one, but then for subsequent tethers, are we just going with the heuristic of if you're not participating in the mechanic, then you try to hang out by a tower?
Hang out by a tower and maybe stay max melee if you run around the arena, and let the tether resolve inside the boss's target circle.
Yes, the other tethers are fine because we know where they are. They don't jump after they go off in one of the players. So as long as we're handling the tethers, do it inside the hitbox, and everybody else stay outside, it's fine.
I mean, 3 should just go into his hitbox regardless, right? Because you can always pick it up from under him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We do see the numbers before the tethers actually go out. And I guess on that note, everyone should stay still until the tethers get picked up. So it's not hard for them to pick up.
I think we can also say that the people picking up tethers are supposed to get in there. It's annoying every time, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's shades of P4. It's shades of the tethers even in Nidhogg.
Yes, exactly like P4.
So if you have to pick up a tether, being as close to him, I think as possible as your friend. It's just annoying and inefficient at the start.
So I'm going under right now.
Yep.
Fours are going to get these tethers.
Oh god! Shit, that was my fault.
Ones. I'm gonna pretend I'm trying to do this.
I am
Andy,
running into a wall.
died.
Okay.
Yeah, you get become uncontrollable.
The game auto ran me into the wall. That was cute.
I mean, you get doomed either way, I think, right? So you would have died.
Oh yeah, it was just the funny way the game just ran me into the wall instead of me dying to Doom.
I'm gonna do some chain pulls here without checks. Let me know if you want to stop it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Axel, was that in the right spot there?
No, it's fine.
Look at such a dick. It starts out with Hello World on PvP. Fucking doesn't let us do an entire opener.
Smello World.
Smell the world.
It fell the word.
Three tethers. Fours, go in and get the tether.
Oh.
Ones go in. Twos if you're alive.
Well, your Dax's 4s died.
Whoops. I wound up sniping someone's tether.
Can I? Oh.
Almost made it. Oh, is that Omega's side?
No, it's the Espinel's one.
Okay. So if we have somebody dead, which I've seen from those tethers, it doesn't mechanically like break it.
Yeah, so I had one Incurious Missile, so I would have to say I had a stack for that. Okay.
And
Well, at least we managed to survive the first two tethers, right? I think.
Let's get some more exposures, and then at some point, I don't know, it's a judgment call, and we need to like probably slow down and troubleshoot what's happening. Always tricky with like the first mechanic, just right there. Can't do this later on.
Far enough away.
Ones go in. Twos go in. Shot south. Center for healing.
Let's go.
Nice.
I don't know how to fix this. Do your best, everyone.
West side, best side?
I have no idea where I'm going.
East side, B side?
I'm gonna be over here. It's probably not the right spot.
Which side is
This is always clock, right?
Oh yeah, we didn't actually.
No, it's random.
No,
It's
it's
random.
random.
It's random.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
Oh! No! Okay.
Woohoo!
Cue ball shot taking me alive.
I live. Ah.
Look at this, everything.
There's a lot of things happening, and I don't understand them.
Oh, that's so mean. It gave you both kinds of cleave. Oh god, that's brutal.
The only thing you really have to remember is your second your second Roman numeral thing, because that's when you need to peel out of your like that's when you have to peel out of your your group.
Yeah, but I don't even
But
think we
otherwise-
set up groups or anything for Panto.
We didn't. But
Yeah.
So, my understanding of Panto Creator from the different things I've seen is that it's best to split up the group into role groups. So we have all support on one side, all DPS on the other side.
I'm really curious about that. You
Yeah.
probably looked harder at this than I did, but like when I was thinking about that, and I didn't dig deep, right? When I was thinking about that, I was like, well, then do you end up with two healers on one side and like do the
Yes,
people on the
so
other side miss
there-
heals?
There is a very inherent problem with that, and it's that the DPS have to essentially, we have to use mitigation to let the DPS survive, and 2, they need DPS need to like ration their self heals and self sustains. I know Lilybell apparently is really good there, and Panheima would be good there too, for the nature of how the damage goes out.
Yeah, Seraph is gonna be really good as well.
So what does this net us? Do we think that the Romans are fully random?
It's kind of like, I feel like it's pseudo random, just because like whenever I watched my friend Prog, and they did this exact split, they had a high probability of all DPS getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and all support getting 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's just gaming the odds.
Yeah, I would suspect that if it isn't random, splitting the supports and DPS will likely cause fewer bad combinations if it is not completely random. Because I would imagine if there is like some sort of inability to give the same number to like 2 specific members, then they would be members of the same role.
I think it's just random enough to where we really can't plan as well as we would like to, and it's basic. I think so far, just judging on these 2 mechanics and the way phase 2 looks in terms of how the mechanics are executed and how you have to figure it out, it's very much you will have to think, like you cannot plan anymore.
Come on for whatever.
I haven't seen enough to develop strong feelings. I'll try whatever. So Steffi, you're saying, so would we have like the supports, the tank healers, biased towards one half of the arena, and the DPS biased towards the other half, and then we figure out how to like maximize our mit and sustain?
Yeah. So there we could probably burn like a dismantle. I can have it veil up to help heal and get people pre-shielded for the first hits. Maybe I can throw an intervene. You can throw a TBN on people, stuff like that. Zell will definitely be out, I can imagine.
I don't know. What did the healers think?
I think it's fine to split for Prog for now.
Yeah, we can try at least to see the damage output.
Yeah, if nothing else, I can toss some regens on the DPS and see what happens. But I mean, I think we have pretty good healing tools for this. Yeah, I look at the amount of damage people take, and it doesn't seem like outrageous. It's not like there's some sort of like double dragon's beams going on here.
So this is what we're gonna do. I guess it will help also for us to have party list sorts that cut the 8 of us in half at the wing line. Make it easier to recognize at a glance. I had thought we would do something different, but I'm happy to throw it aside. So now that if we're gonna do this, it's like, what do I need to know to execute? Like, when is it my time to swap, if ever?
Please,
So
same
if-
priority as before.
Yeah, so basically the call here is that you, Prize, would look at all the supports and you would basically see if we are 1, 2, 3, 4. If we all have 1, 2, 3, 4, we're good. We don't have to worry about swapping. The only time we have to worry about swapping is again, if one of the supports share the same Roman numeral.
I mean, it
And
just
that's
be
one.
specifically if Prize had the same number as another support, right?
Yeah, so in
Yeah,
case it's Prize, if you had the same number as any of the other supports, you would be the first to move over.
I can do that. I feel good about that. Who is number 1 in the lineup for DPS? Who has the mirror job?
Nagi.
Nagi.
Okay, and it won't always be him and I swapping. It's not that simple. I
No,
could be
you
swapping with
basically
any of the DPS.
Yeah, you basically have to just care that you have to swap over, and
Yeah,
then
it's like
there will be a
personal
complement
responsibility.
DPS that has to figure out how it swaps over.
Yeah, so
So, oh, I'm not. I did that too soon. I'm not thinking. What are the home positions? We need to cut the arena in half.
We could split it along the same line as before, where like we have like tanks healers, I guess, west south, because that's the counterclockwise positions of northwest.
so 1 and 3 basically start.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
1 and 3
the-
start.
and then party chases the pizza, and the missiles fall back. Because it can be counter or clockwise rotation.
Wait, just run that past me again. Where are the tank sealers' home positions?
3.
3.
So Charlie and Delta.
Okay.
So just so that I have this Panzer creator party thing right, if it's me and Nagi that are the same number, he moves, right? But if it's me and anybody else who's a DPS, I have to move.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got that right. Okay.
And by move, you mean go to the
I
other
go
side?
to.
where
I don't
yeah,
know
go
where
to
we're
3.
starting. So if we're starting at 1, then I move to 3, and then the support side will figure out themselves. I don't have to tell them anything.
Yeah, you don't have
Okay.
to communicate with the other side. Honestly, you don't have to communicate with anybody. You just look at the party list.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
that's-
doing.
Very personal responsibility.
So if our home positions are 1 and 3, what happens if the flamethrowers start on 1 and 3? Can that be a thing, or the flamethrowers starting
Yes,
in fixed
they-
positions?
Yeah, so I guess we.
It's not fixed where they start.
So it's kind of random. All right, so then we would just rotate clockwise if that's the case. Would that be the safe
Yeah.
way of handling it?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think to make things easier, we should start in the middle of
Yes.
like perpendicular to the flamethrower
Yeah.
starting positions,
Yeah.
and then we can start rotating clockwise or counterclockwise depending on which way the flames actually start moving. And whoever is 1 already knows to start outside of the group.
So the linear AoE people lead, and the people receiving the missile attack trail, right?
Yes.
Okay. Also, something that I'm going to be relying on is that there's kind of a structural similarity between the way Pantocrator's mechanics go off and the way Looper's mechanics go off. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order in which you get. Let me double check, make sure I get this right.
Solo missile.
You're right. So that's the order in which you get solo missiled. Solo missile is like the towers in that mechanic. And then the order for getting beamed with your 2 buddies is 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's like the off mechanic in Looper, the 3, 4, 1, 2 mechanic is like Looper, it's Blaster, right? Then we get to Pantocrator. There's still an off mechanic with the same order, 3, 4, 1, 2, but now it's the beans.
Yep. Oh, also, I know this was a point of friction in Whoops' group, but do we want to have, or there basically the people moving out and people moving in for the missiles were sometimes like overlapping, and so the person with the like going out, so one has already placed and is now heading back to the group, but they're crossing lines with the person with the number 2.
I see.
And that was they're putting a puddle in where number 2 should have been standing. Should we have a convention where like returning to the group, you take an inside line, and when you're moving out to take your missile, you take the outside along the wall?
Sounds good, because you'll want to be tight on the way back so that you can catch up to the group without getting missiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of the groups I've been watching, like whoever has missile always just takes it on to the outside near the edge.
Yeah. But we have a more concrete area. We're saying we want them to put missile like right on the edge of the incoming like flamethrower, like all the way in the back. Anyway.
Let's do that. Are you ready, Nagi?
Yep.
I'm so dead. Grab this health so you can drop it. Let me see. Never mind. It's all ogre.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the safest place for non-tether people is just like the people that aren't doing a mechanic is like right next to a tower on the outside of it.
Yeah, the problem is that
Yeah.
like my home there was like northeast and it was west and south towers and I didn't identify that fast enough.
Yeah.
Hanging back
yeah.
on not a 3. Hanging back if you're not a 3.
I think I did that wrong. You dead.
Sephi, you were 3 with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the North Tower was yours that time because it was to the left of the A. Or did I get or did I get the priority
Well,
wrong?
we're basing on northwest. Is it supports clockwise or counterclockwise?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's from 4. Everything in that mechanic is from 4.
Yeah, I thought we divided it in half for whatever reason, just because the towers could spawn like to the left and right of like Charlie, for instance.
Yeah, but that would still if it spawned near A and spawned near Charlie, then by using 4 as our north, then DPS would have gone to A and supports would have gone to Charlie.
Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use an extra TBN in there too. I keep forgetting he's gonna keep autoing me in the beginning of that mechanic.
It's autoing you, so I'll give you an
That's
intervention.
Wow, what a dick.
I'll give you an intervention. I'm used to my with gauge outside of that.
This was 3's in, if we can get it.
Yeah, someone got my tether.
Yeah, I think I was in the middle for a long time, but apparently I didn't grab the tether.
Yeah, I swiped the tether off of someone who was going out, and then it just like stalemate. I was like, oh wow, this is awkward.
So, I God, I have PTSD from tether mechanics going all the way back to like those horrible fucking UCOB tethers running towards the boss trying to get the Neuralink, picking that shit up. It's,
everyone gets to
crappy in every
experience the pain that tanks have felt for the past like 6 ultimates.
I would say it's like I'm not one to talk because I seem to forget the fundamentals every time I have to deal with a tether. I mean, I'm not proud of like Nidhogg tethers, but I guess in this case, if you're not picking up a tether, you want to go around the outside. You want to go around the world.
I think
you're trying to pick up a tether.
Everyone should basically maintain at minimum max melee distance around the target circle and let the tethers resolve within the target circle.
There are advanced techniques, like if you see that the towers have spawned at a 90-degree angle, then the 90 degrees between those towers are going to be unusually safe. But if they're 180 degrees opposing, that's like pretty dangerous. We need to be more careful, I guess. What's up, John?
I was just gonna say for tether as well, try to stretch your tether as late as possible. This way the risk of somebody stealing it is lower. I'm ready.
Yeah, thankfully he has a cast bar that we can see to see how much time we have.
Well, it's only for that first iteration.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
Yeah, it's kinda
it's him casting the whole
well,
mechanic.
that's actually obnoxious.
For what it's worth, it explodes on the 2 of every Roman numeral debuff.
Hey, just look at the tower. Like when I see the tower is gonna go off, the tethers are gonna go off as well.
Resume.
Yep. Tethers are out.
Force in. One's in. Susan.
Tether-chan? Please walk towards me.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to play tether again.
There was someone standing in the middle, my tether just didn't pass to them.
I'll get one so I can
Oh,
practice.
lordy.
oh, everyone gets it, even on a corpse. Cool.
Oh boy, that's tricky.
Rotating clockwise.
So
Supports are
it's
to
double
4.
healer.
Oh,
Yeah, that required one of the healers to swap.
Oh, two of the beams.
Done.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, I'm getting running to the firewall. Yep.
So, okay. The priority applies in a very interesting way there. So, like, I'm the one who's supposed to move first, but I can there can be duplicates in our wing, and there's nothing I can do about it, because I'm not part of that.
You only worry about it if
triad.
you have a duplicate.
Yeah.
Are we using the priority again to tether we pick up, or are we going into the center first to pick up our tethers and then moving them out?
I've been trying to take the tether if it's at my destination. Other than that, I've been kind of winging it. Or like, I guess I've been trying to take it if it's at my destination, and if not, then take it at the tower that I'm currently hanging out at.
I try to go middle and then go to my spot.
Because if you already had a tower, Axel, I was either very slow or you were already out. Because I apparently took yours if you already had one. And I couldn't get Seppi's because I already had the tether from you. And I went middle first. So I don't know what that was, but I think that's how we ended up dying.
Who's in? I'm going clock. Four's in.
Oh, that
Dude.
was my fault. I'm completely forgot.
Have fun with this tether. Take this off me. Take this off me. Take this off. There you go.
I see. A tower detonation gives twice come ruin. Okay, so if I'm like taking the first blaster and a tower gets missed, then I get 2 stat. That's why I got doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the one marker or one more maneuver, and I forgot I had to take a tower immediately.
Try to orbit if you're not getting a tether. Freeze in. Four's in. One's in.
Grease?
Yeah, sorry about that. That should be there. I went north there. That's my fault.
I think if I had sprint, I could have adjusted that. Or we were basically in the spots because I saw you moving out fast, but I think there was another issue.
Yeah, I stopped burning
Anyways.
sprint on the spree pull because of that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use sprint as a the fixer button.
Yeah.
Freeze in.
Oh boy, that's a wipe.
Yeah, I was like dead in the middle of it for the longest time. And
I don't
I
think
thought I
you
got
want to
a
be. I don't think you want to be dead in the middle. Not
So-
dead in the middle, since we're baiting everything to the south anyways.
So I think I'm noticing a pattern. I mean, it's like, I don't know. This is a lot of things happening, but like one thing that I know is classic for tank tethers is like if the tanks go out at different times, like on the Firebird, you can have trouble. I'm seeing people go out at different times, and then if you have an accidental tether swap between the two people who are supposed to receive it, it becomes irresolvable. There's no way to fix it. So I think one of the things that's important is that we have people like try to go out at the same time.
I've been. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I've been waiting until I see until I don't see any tethers leading out from Omega to move out. So like I just stand under him and just sort of stare top down.
Yeah, that also works. Just waiting until he no longer has visible tethers, then then it becomes just like keeping people out who shouldn't be there, and then the whole mechanic itself that does it too. Why don't we try that? So like we don't go out until we see the tethers cut. And the only thing that can break that is if we have somebody wandering through the middle, but that's a separate problem.
I hate this music so much.
Well, it's like you're entering Space Mountain.
I haven't been to Space Mountain in years. I don't even know if there was. I didn't even know if there was even a track.
Well, now you're reliving it in the video game.
God.
I haven't been to Space Mountain in over a decade. And I live in Florida.
Charlie.
Reason.
Oh boy. Well, this is definitely a Omega wipe.
So the tethers stay south all the time.
Well, somehow the tether got on me, and I was at the southern tower.
I don't know how I lost my tether.
Yeah, I was just dancing around like inside, just waiting for the tether, both tethers to cut.
Yeah, there's more to it. This probably sounds like a good time to maybe clip. Let me see.
Yeah, I had one of the threes there, so I could clip my end.
Yeah, it might just need like a tighter stack so things get resolved naturally faster.
Time to play with
that one would be appreciated.
I can clip it from my perspective since that tether went on me. Just gotta wait for Twitch to not have crappy clipping software.
Classic Twitch.
Here's
There's
the
a-
tether from my end.
What? It's like someone. It's like you snagged the tether and then it went back south.
Well, because it landed on me. That's my point of view. Probably adds like the most context to whatever is being shown. Tether spawned on me, and then I rotated to make it easier for someone to grab it, and then they snapped on Zeke.
Yeah, you guys just passed one tether between yourselves. So like John's got a tether, and then Cece got it, and then you guys both ran out, and a tether just basically stayed south, juggling between people who were south.
Yeah, like I stayed for a little bit thinking that was mine, so I just like started wiggling like left and right around them, and then that it didn't get transferred, so I just left.
I'm just not gonna be in the center. I'm gonna be like in between the center and outside of its hitbox. So
Yeah,
at least for the first tether.
tether.
The only way the center really works if both people are like staying in center as long as possible, which unfortunately that's not really the case, especially later on.
This boss model is goddamn too big.
Yeah.
It does take a fairly long time to resolve. I mean, we can stay until the tethers get cut, but if it's hard to see and you're in doubt, probably safer to err on the side of hanging out for a little bit.
be Anthony.
Reason. Poison. Poison.
Oh, is it done?
Where that
Oh,
went?
thank you.
And Susan, I'm just gonna go through the motion. Oh, I'm dead.
Okay, was I just? I think I might have been out of range for heals that time.
No, you just die if you don't get single target healed. Just how the mechanic
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, you get HP penalty.
Yeah,
Oh.
when the HP penalty resolves, it'll go to like
Yeah, 10%
2%
or whatever.
HP or something.
Yeah, it's
You had
annoying.
you had 685 HP, CC.
Ah, okay,
Yep.
that makes
Just-
sense.
The whole
Yeah,
mechanic's
that's what it's
incredibly
supposed to do.
sadistic. There's like a really small window, and
I
it
thought I
happens 4
fucked up
times.
or something.
No, that's normal.
That's a horrible mechanic.
I mean, I guess it's only the
Mm-hmm.
it's only the 3 and 4s that need heals. Is that it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I start the 3/4s. Definitely needs the most attention, so I just like use more mitigation on them. And then
How much
I have
do
like
the towers?
the other two
Like
numbers
20k
as
for the
well.
towers.
Nah, it's actually 36
It's,
unmitigated.
it's 35k.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
half HP from a DPS.
Yeah,
A
I'm
little
using
bit more than
tactician.
half.
I'm using tactician to cover those both last towers.
Resume.
Oh,
moving.
what the fuck?
Still off me.
Where's doomed, I think. Poison.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna get doomed by this tower.
No, yeah.
I can't get it to the end. This is one's in.
Okay, so that was really weird. That's scenario play.
I think for the beginning there we need to be more out of the boss hitbox.
No, that I was one of the 3, and the game didn't get me a number. I had like no number for I don't know how long.
So
And then
that's like
I was like, "Where is my number? Where is my
What?
number?" And then I got a 3 like super late.
That sounds like some lag.
Yeah, it sounds like
Let's
lag to me.
see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone had a number on my screen.
There's a number on mine.
Sounds like lag to me.
Game sucks.
Yeah, it's like instant. If you want to reconnect, feel free. I think it's not the server. It looks like it's happening on your client.
Let me check real quick if it was like spike or something. Huh, that's so weird because like everyone was doing fine, like moving and doing skills. Everything was normal, like I was even hitting the balls and everything, but like the looper was counting down normally, and I still have like no number.
Do you want to reconnect?
I don't know if that's gonna solve, to be honest. I'm not having any lag.
Can we try one more pull and see if it happens again?
Yeah. Gonna troubleshoot later.
Resume. Tether frames. Okay. Am I going the wrong way? thought it was supposed to go counter.
One's in. There.
It's just
Yeah, I probably should have backed off so you could take north.
Nah, it's fine. Let's just keep on.
So for that one, X, I'm supposed to go counter, so I was supposed to end up west, and you were gonna end up south for you. Okay, right?
I think, because I'm supposed to go clockwise unless I see either CC or the range DPS.
Well, you made it to your spot, and I didn't, and I just was playing mind games with myself. I think I need to learn to ignore that. You were probably just picking up the tether, and that's why I thought you were going west. I don't think you were actually going
Yeah,
away.
I was running to pick up the tether, and then after that I was doing the little, looking at forward, I was like, okay, I'm clockwise. Alright, I looked to see if they were selected with me, and they weren't, so... Because we're using 4 as, the anchor point, right? So... Yeah, okay. So I got it right.
Where's in? One's in. Two's in.
My bad. I thought I saw a 90-degree instead of the 180 there, so I went to the same side as Axel. We couldn't get the double.
Let's see if we can do the swaps.
Oh, there would be
Axel and me, so I was supposed to swap.
You'd be swapping,
I was pretty slow on that. I don't think it would.
and also we'd be over here, and then I'm gonna kill you right here.
Yeah, so John go to the other side and.
Oh, that has a knockback. That's
Yeah, the knockback component.
Wait, there's a
knockback.
knockback?
Yeah,
Yeah, the missile and missile. If you're not the
Yeah.
actual target, it has a knockback component.
Oh, okay. Just type from Grace.
Yeah.
If you're not the intended target, you get knocked. This fight just gets better and better.
Who's in?
Go across.
Where's in? One's in. Two's in.
Oh, I
Missing
totally
the
thought you got out to that, John.
Maybe the other numeral 4 was dead by then?
Yeah, I think that was what happened there.
Yeah, I was dead. I was 4.
Did anyone die just to raw damage from the tower?
I did.
Or was there... Okay. Because you were the first tether, so you had, no HP.
Yep.
Okay.
Tried to heal, but it wasn't enough.
Time to pack some hyper potions.
You should try harder.
Yeah, maybe I gotta think harder. Concentrate that manliness and fairy dust.
It's your responsibility as a DPS to hold burst for your bloodbath window.
I'm bloodbathing now. Bloodbathing now.
Who's in? towards him. One's in. Two's in.
Careful crossing the middle, Zeke. Very good.
Oh, CC. Oh.
One and three.
1 and 3.
Fucking.
Swapping.
Going. Huh?
Get killed.
Oh.
Coming
They get
Zeke.
double laser attacks?
Yeah, no, it's because I was dead. It's cause
Okay,
probably
okay,
because
okay.
I was dead.
Okay.
So 1 and 3. So are the supports starting south-ish?
Yeah, I
Three is
get
support, and
confused.
1 is DPS.
I think because
Say that again.
1 is DPS and 3 is support. And then if
Okay.
you have to swap, then you go over to the other one.
Okay, so yes. All right. So I did it correct.
Did you swap?
I did.
But it was me and Nagi, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
there was
like,
two
John's and I-
swaps per group had to
Yeah.
happen.
Oh, it did.
Because the healers were paired together, the tanks were paired together.
Yeah, Johns and I were paired together.
So check out those debuffs. This is like literally the
shit.
worst possible configuration. I think it's probably fully random, which is super unusual. As someone was saying, they don't
Yeah,
normally do
that's
that.
why I got confused with the starting point because I was like, wait a sec, why are there so many swaps happening?
Yeah, that's a trip.
Yeah, I think
I didn't.
I
I
think
didn't even
we-
look at that.
Yeah, I think we literally just have to do it like don't care about what anybody else is doing unless unless it actually like
It's purely
becomes a vibe.
personal responsibility, like you said, purely.
Yeah, I feel like literally the first two phases is like you just have to know what you're doing and not care about whatever else is doing and pray to God that, Jesus take the wheel basically.
Yep. God, that configuration is nuts. Dude. I only saw Nagi and I was like, all right, cool. I don't do anything.
Yeah, I saw X and I was like, oh, I have to move.
Little did I know, everybody was like, I've got to do something.
It's like
Yeah, because I saw two
Chinese
supports on
fire
my
drill
side. I was
happening.
like so confused.
I didn't even care because I was 3, so I was like, okay, I'm counting. That's 1 person going out. That's 2 going out. Like after I'm 3, so 2 lasers and then I'm out. And I didn't realize that we had that pattern at all.
Yeah, it was
Like,
hyper scuffed.
I was like, I need to move out, and that's all I need to worry about. Everything else is the exact same.
Yeah, my confusion got me clipped by a flamethrower because I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with
you
these
don't
swaps.
you don't have to do that. It's just personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Just focus on your own.
This is a big tree of decisions that have to be done relatively quickly. And I thought I would have it harder on the end, but I don't. I have it easier. So this is like you look at the party list, and there are multiple ways to approach it, I guess. You can look at the whole light party that you're in the wing, or you can just look for whoever has your same number. They're equivalent methods. The only difference is like now instead of proper light parties, we have wings.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I just
probably
look for the
safer to
same
look at your
number.
wing. I don't know, looking at it. If I get confused and see a tank with my number and I think I have to move.
Just put a post-it note over the other half of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. So I'm like thinking through what I'm trying to. I don't think I even have the hardest job for that. In fact, I definitely don't.
No, you don't.
For me, it's like I just look at whoever has my number, and if it's a DPS, I just stop thinking I'm done. If it's a support, then I also have it very easy because I know I'm lowest priority, which means I just swap immediately. But this is harder for people who are in the sandwich, which is Steffi and is that Zeke?
Yeah, Zeke Steele.
I mean, it's not hard for me because I just look at Axel. As long as we don't have the same numbers, then I just stand still.
Yeah,
Oh,
more or
because
less.
if I'm duped with you or Steffi is duped with you, you don't do anything.
Right, because you're adjusting for me.
And I'm kind of doing the same logic there, kind of, for at least for Panther Creator.
Yeah, Steffi has
And
to
I
look at 2
don't
people
have to
instead of 1.
Then I basically do nothing.
And then there's a mirror image situation on the DPS.
Yeah, I just look at if I'm with any of the range, then I move. If I'm not, and it's me and Nagi, I just sit still. Easy, easy.
If anybody wants to change their priority, please speak up. I'm happy to have one of the relatively easier jobs. I've never covered myself in glory when it comes to priority. And Steffi's like killing it, so I'll take it. Same thing for the DPS. What'd you say?
Let's still give me that much credit. I secretly fucked up like 4 times already.
I think I've also fucked up with Steffi, but I just didn't call it out. I was like, oh, well, we both fucked up here. Let's just not talk about it.
Yeah, let's just pretend it never happened. Oh, prize!
Okay. Everything's fine.
No,
Where's
it's
I
not.
got clipped.
I took the thing? Okay.
There's a second floor. There we go. So I heard you run over and say, "Oh, prize!" Like I was just
Because
standing north.
You had the tether on you, and I didn't want to accidentally steal it and fuck up someone trying to take it off of you.
I just want to see how that one played out, because I was one who got the tether last there. I just want to see how that played out.
Am I in danger of messing up that mechanic though? Like,
No,
if I stay outside the targeting ring, like I know I need to be out, right? But if I'm out and a north, am I okay?
Yeah, you were fine. You weren't responsible
Okay.
for a tower. You weren't responsible for a tether. It was more the tether was on you, and I didn't want to make it any harder for the people that had to grab it at that time.
Yeah, so that would have been on me then. That's on me. Yeah,
The
because
last
I had not registered that the tether had actually gone on Rise until Seppi had mentioned the thing.
I don't know if it's gonna make it more or less confusing if I try to come south, because he's looking around and he's autoing me actually while that's happening.
He's gonna turn, yeah.
3's in.
Oh my god. I hate that run.
4's in.
I've burned myself.
1's in.
Oh, you're there, X.
No!
X, there's a tether. There's a tower at A.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh wait, that would have been mine. Wait, was there a tower?
Who was 3?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
tower detonation. Sorry, I thought it was a tether
Yeah.
detonation.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
tower. There's towers at A and C.
I didn't even see the one at A because this guy's such a big motherfucker.
I'm gonna try pulling that sprint, so this goes.
We have towers up. And he doesn't. Nope, never mind. He doesn't auto. Got unlucky. Server ticks.
A third of your life.
He's been like I've been face pulling him, and he hasn't auto me till now.
2's in. Force, get ready. 4's in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, it was like so late at that point that like there were 4 towers on the ground. I couldn't even tell where the open spot was.
Yeah, I was just like standing still to wait for someone to grab that tether so I don't wind up jerking it around the place.
So who was? There was one person in the middle. Was that one of the people that needed to be a tether person?
Yes, it was me and Zeke. I was already in the middle, and Zeke was trying to get the tether that was closer to him instead of going all the way in. And
Right.
so I took it first before he could take it, and
Right.
it reassigned
Yeah,
me.
I'll just
Would
go
it-
center.
Would it make more sense if you are responsible for a tether and you already have your tether to maybe not be in the center? Would that make it easier to see?
I don't think so, because there's a chance that like I just end up stealing Nagi's tether as he comes out or something.
I do think there's a benefit though. If you're the first person to grab a tether, that you rotate and have your tether be in the same line as the other free tether, so it makes it easier.
I think that could be good. Yeah,
It's definitely true. I mean, I know it's not free for everybody, but like that is for sure a technique that I try to use on tank. If you get yours first, you can line up with the other tank, and it makes them auto solve.
What do you mean by so? If in that situation the same thing happened, I should have gone north and lined up with the one that CC had? Well,
It's
Yeah.
extra credit. I mean, I'm not saying you should have done it or
Well,
you know.
oh no,
Yeah,
no,
it's like,
I just
mechanics
don't
hard.
understand. I just didn't understand.
Yeah,
what
because
was
the idea is that if you have the two tethers lined on top of each other, then the server will grant both you and Zeke one tether, regardless, as long as Zeke passed through the middle and grabbed something.
yeah. And if both tethers are in the same direction, it becomes immediately obvious where the like slow person needs to run to obtain a tether.
Okay.
So just,
But go ahead.
no, it's not required to do it, but it is definitely extremely helpful.
Yeah, it's like bonus. If you have extra time and brain cell and you want to help someone solve their tether, you like back slightly off the center, not very far, slightly off the center, and try to line up with the other tether. And then it's like they can't get away from you at that point. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Tethers are a bitch. Freeze in.
Yeah, look at that. Sucker into with that tether.
Two's in.
The other one.
One's in. Oh, they didn't.
I went to tower. Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
No, that was
There was
a
tower
bad
north
tether
that
on
was
me.
empty.
That was also a bad tether on my part. I need to look
It's
at
that the
again.
tower is found there, but it was for the next set. Okay.
Leave the queue for when it's like safe to start going in. Like it all resolves at the same time. So I'm just watching the towers come down, and it's like the ball drops. It's also gonna snap the tethers. He's in. Horizon. I think I went the wrong way.
So you're good. You're good. Fun.
One's in, right?
Tower 3.
Sorry for that one. That was bad on my
Two's
part.
in. I feel like I fucked that one up.
Oh, you're fine.
Didn't
was
I
tether
go the
grabbing.
wrong way though?
But you were tether grabbing. It doesn't matter. Like the priority in the clockwise,ing matters more for, in my opinion, towers and tethers. Tethers are just, if you have to use your eyeballs, use your eyeballs as long as it's safe.
Okay, but I did go the wrong way for the priority system on tether, I think.
What?
Like, didn't I go? So I went delta and
You
you
went
went Charlie?
clockwise. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Okay, I'll try to stick to the system anyway. I'll try to do what I'm supposed to do in the system. I went to the wrong place for my assignment.
I did instinct. That's didn't bother me.
He's in. Clock controller. Four's in.
Should take move.
One's in. Two's in.
Oh, that was my bad. Yeah. Sorry. I was trying to heal and then
Let's imagine we're doing swaps. Just
I
pretend.
was too slow.
One, so John should go to the
This
other
thing-
side.
Okay. So you can dodge it.
Alright, I have the first missile, so I have to trail. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Ow, body hurts.
That's crazy. I think Zeke dodged a Roman numeral.
Okay, I hit you guys with my missile.
Maybe it's like transcendent? There must be a window where you can dodge it. Never mind.
I was looking
Yeah,
at the fourth in line, but that's not the missile. That's the guided missile. What?
Fourth in line is like when you'll be struck by an individual single target missile with a knockback.
Yeah.
So
I
you-
was hit
you
by
lost.
another thing, and I pushed everybody else away from me, though.
Well,
That's-
that's
you
because
probably had
to
there's
retarget
bodies
it.
on the floor.
Oh,
Oh,
does it
okay.
go on the body?
Could be. We shouldn't read too much into that one because we were missing a Roman numeral, so who knows what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it retargeted Zeke.
Because Roman numerals can go on body.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Zeke was
Missiles can,
in
too.
the transition between rezzing and not, so he.
Oh,
couldn't
right.
get
Technically, he's not in the
actual
game by that logic, yeah.
Force get ready. Poison. Ones get ready. One's in.
Get the other one. X, get the other one.
Two's in.
Yeah, we were both coming from the same direction, and then I was closer to the middle, so I took it off of you.
Yeah, I was trying to go over to where the other one was so you can grab it, and then you just grabbed mine and I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I was coming behind you. Also, I think you should have gone north to that one.
Oh, the north spot was open? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
This guy's so big, it's so annoying. Alright,
It's not even just that. It's because there are 2 towers on each of the cardinals, which means that they're slightly off. It's so annoying.
Who's in?
Give me. Oh, come on.
Force get ready.
What? John said 3.
I know, but he cock blocked me from getting to the 1 tower.
Oh. I thought you wanted the tether for some reason.
No, I wanted the opposite of the tether.
I don't know what I could have done there,
Stayed still until I ran past you. I don't know.
but I didn't see you running past me. Like, when I saw it, you already had the tether.
Well, I even popped sprint trying to run around you.
Hold on. Let's look at that. Does anybody have a clip?
I mean, I guess between me and John, to be the best POV. Let me see if I can get something going here. Little
I'm gonna
Twitch.
I'm gonna start recording too. I haven't been so far, so.
I can check my bot. I'm not sure I saw it. I'm just kind of curious.
I only caught the end of it, so I didn't get a good enough view.
Yeah, on the bright side, I can confirm 100% that on that pull, that time, that was not a leg spike at all. And I know what is happening, and this fight is bugged.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And I can show you later.
Why isn't this observable for anyone else, though?
I mean, it's probably on the client side, but yeah.
Twitch is warming up the oven right now to bake this
Like
clip
for
for me.
example, when he does like the end of the loop and everybody gets their thing, like the number, I get my number as well, like on the little list, the drop down debuffs on the screen. But when like on my screen, the debuff list, the permanent debuff list, it gets way too long to be updated, and that only happens with the number 3. Every single time.
I'm recording now, so it happens again. I'll have a POV.
But you see from like how like I was like checkmated basically.
I can see like my number when the number like goes applied to you and it's like coming down on the list on the center of your screen, perfectly there. But I can't rely on my own personal debuff list.
I can't tell if you were too slow or I was too fast because I even waited a little.
You were too, bro. I have sprint on my on my buff when I'm trying to run past Joe. You were really fast. Like the tether spawned on me. I can't move because I don't want to make it harder for a tether person.
X made it just fine.
I think you should move. I think that's one of the easy things to do here. I totally see what you're saying. You know, you described it as being checkmated, but you know, if we have people going in to pick up tethers, then a little bit of radial movement shouldn't be ruining their day, right?
I mean, you know how hard they can be. I can not care and just move, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, you have time to wait longer. Like, you were outside of the boss's hitbox 5 seconds before the tether detonated.
I kind of think, you know, let's consider an alternative. So we've been having everybody stay south except me. I've been just like staying north with the boss, trying to turn him in just a little bit. So already we can have a wild tether on me, and that's caused one wipe, I think. But you know, what if instead of having the whole party stay south, we have the party start south, and then you know, if a tether spawns, let me start over. We have the party start south. If a tower spawns south, that's fine. People can hang out there in the general vicinity, I guess. But you know, if it's one of those configurations where we don't have a tower south, then why don't we just have the whole party blob start rotating toward it?
Towards where?
The nearest tower, I guess, or clockwise if there's a tie. I don't know. Either way.
Would that exacerbate the problem if it was like east-west tower spawns, and there was like a guy who wanted to go east, but the party's trying to go west, and if he goes east, then the tether goes kind of cockeyed? Like, wouldn't that potentially create the same problem, except delayed?
Yeah, probably. I think it's the lesser of two evils to have the tethers rotating, but have people where they need to go. I think it's much more about like who's in and who's out than the tethers rotating personally. That's just me.
I think it should be easier as long as we are stacking together, right? If we can be stacked as much as we can, probably that's better.
I don't think we need to overthink at least this issue I have with Safi too much. Even though like neither of us were completely in the wrong, I can wait longer for me to stretch my tether, or at least I can stretch it but not go outside the boss hitbox, and then after that I see that everybody has made it, I'll just stretch it like the other, like the rest of the way. I just need to practice this a little bit more. Stuff like that won't happen again.
Alright, I don't know. I don't know what the right way is. My 2 cents, and it's not worth more than that, is like, when you see what you need to do, like where you need to go, you should go. And like let the tether people worry about getting the tethers. They're in close. That's a big advantage to them. And the people outside should just move. But I don't know. Swords in.
Oh my god.
Oh, I stole axles.
Back.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I need to go under the boss, not chase a tether.
Give me sanctity.
I don't. I prefer this.
No, Sanctity's looking really good right now. I kind of agree with this.
Why it has to be tethered? Tethered.
Can we just do Sanctity with 9 meteors next time?
Oh god.
Yeah.
He's in.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my fault, Prez.
We're good. Swords in.
God.
One's in.
Yeah. Okay, I just said we can't wait. Yeah, I cannot cheat that.
I'm dead. But at least the tether's stretched. Out of the way.
Two's in.
Someone needs to take my tower.
I'm just gonna die on this.
Yeah.
We got storage obliteration anyway. Was someone in South Tower?
Yeah, no, that was
I was
my
there.
fault. That was my fault.
Huh. I wonder if maybe
You're-
it's considered a failure if I don't have the debuff, the looper debuff.
Yeah, you definitely need to have the deeper debuff.
Yeah.
That was a requirement. 11.
Yeah, that's what I remember from there. That's the way you survived it,
sacrifice.
basically.
I just thought I can't cheat with my spells. That mechanic's actually aid. And it's not even
I play
Pentacular.
Summoner.
Nice. Oh, I thought John just Pokeballing.
Yeah, for that too.
My game that's acting weird. Come on, stop
Oh
it.
boy.
Okay. I'm back.
Swords in.
Come on. Yeah, no way. It's gonna crash.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, there's one
did you
but I got
crash?
doomed.
No, it's
You're moving.
lagging for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna restart.
Okay, let's just take our break now. What do we want to take? Like 14 minutes?
Sure.
Alright, I think after the break we will want to slow down and really troubleshoot these individually. So we had one fluke where we just shot straight through, and then it's just been all failures. So I think we probably want